There is a specific moment that defines a career. For an engineer with 11 years of experience, that moment arrived last month. It was not a promotion, and it was not a new technology launch. It was the quiet panic of sitting at a terminal, staring at a stack trace that refused to make sense, and realizing you could not solve it without help. You reached for an artificial intelligence assistant, and within minutes, the problem was gone. But the victory felt hollow. The fear that followed was not about the tool itself. It was about the realization that without the tool, you were helpless. This is not a story about one developer. It is a warning about where the entire industry is heading. We are witnessing a rapid shift in how software is built. Recent studies on tools like ChatDBG, which stands for an AI-powered debugging assistant, show they can resolve between 67 and 85% of Python bugs autonomously. These tools are downloaded tens of thousands of times. They are powerful. But this technological leap has sparked deep anxiety among experienced developers. The concern is not just about reliance, it is about skill atrophy. Here is the thing. Current AI debugging tools often provide the how-to-fix code, but fail to explain the underlying logic. When you rely on a system to tell you exactly where the error is and how to patch it, you stop tracing the path yourself. You stop building the mental map of the codebase. Over time, the ability to diagnose root causes without assistance begins to fade. This creates a feedback loop where the more you use the tool, the less capable you become of using it effectively without the tool. You are training your brain to accept answers rather than investigate problems. Consider the data on quality. Empirical studies reveal that over 15% of artificial intelligence-generated commits contain issues. Nearly a quarter of these bugs persist as technical debt. This means that if you accept the output without deep verification, you are actively introducing instability into your system. You are trading immediate productivity gains for long-term fragility. The industry is witnessing a paradox where tools intended to augment human capability are becoming a crutch that prevents developers from understanding the why behind errors. So, how do senior engineers navigate this without losing their edge? The answer lies in a tactical shift from solving alone to orchestrating artificial intelligence agents. You must stop viewing the tool as a search bar for answers. Instead, you must view it as a junior engineer that you need to supervise. This requires a new set of cognitive skills. You need to maintain your mental model. When the tool suggests a fix, you must mentally simulate the execution before applying it. You must verify the output. Think of it like a conductor leading an orchestra. The conductor does not play every instrument. They do not need to know the fingering for every violin string. But they must know the score. They must understand how the strings interact with the woodwinds. If a section plays out of tune, the conductor hears it. If the artificial intelligence suggests a change, you must hear the dissonance in your head before you commit it to the repository. This is how you maintain the value of your experience. You are not delegating the thinking. You are delegating the typing. There is also a growing cultural divide. Junior developers hired with artificial intelligence-centric training often lack foundational debugging skills. They do not know how to trace a variable through a loop without assistance. This creates a systemic risk for teams as they scale. If the seniors become dependent on the tools and the juniors never learn the fundamentals, the entire organization loses its ability to function when the tools fail. To counter this, you must adopt a verification-first mindset. Do not ask the tool to write the code for you. Ask it to explain the code you have already written. Ask it to identify potential edge cases in your logic. Force the tool to justify its suggestions. This keeps your brain engaged in the diagnostic process. You are not delegating the thinking. You are delegating the typing. The fear expressed by veteran developers signals a shift in professional identity. The value of a developer may soon shift from writing code to verifying and orchestrating artificial intelligence output. This requires you to be the gatekeeper of quality. You must understand the architecture well enough to know when the tool is hallucinating, a solution that does not fit the system. This is the new seniority. It is not about how many lines you can write. It is about how many lines you can safely approve. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.